Today I was in central Damascus in an area named Midan, which has been really popular with anti-government protests in the past few weeks. And just as we left the mosque and we gathered up with other protesters from different areas, the numbers were about 5,000 people. Then suddenly buses started pulling up, about 6-7 buses pulled up in front of us. There were security forces and people who were actually wearing plain clothes with AK-47s and heavy artillery. They started firing at the protesters, firing randomly at people. I personally saw at least 3 people who were thrown to the floor by bullets, and then no one was able to go anywhere near them.
Did the police at that point arrest demonstrators? How far apart were these groups?
The protesters were actually all together. As soon as the gunfire started, the protest was dispersed and people started running into back alleys. The security forces didn't stop then. They continued firing and chasing the protesters. At least 200 people were detained and beaten brutally before being taken onto the buses. Some people passing out before even getting onto the bus. People were being chased like animals in the street, and to be honest, in Damascus, in central Damascus, this hasn't happened before. This is usually happening in the suburbs, in places where it's not that sensitive, but Damascus being the capital, being sensitive, this doesn't usually happen, so it was unexpected. But
Alexander, the crucial question here, this was a day when the Syrian opposition said, "You're killing us with your silence." They wanted other people to come out. What did you hear in terms of expressions of determination? Does everyone want to see this regime be brought down, or are they looking to see compromise?
No, definitely. Everyone in Syria wants to see this regime down. It's only people who profit from the regime that don't want to see that. But to be honest, 70% of this country is terrified from heading to the streets because they know that they could be shot, they could be detained. If you've been detained, that's worse than being shot in Syria, because what's going to happen is they're going to torture you and they're going to go to your family, and then they're going to raid your house. So being shot is an easier way out. But as I said, people are just terrified. And the call today was that your silence is killing us basically means the people who haven't head out to the street, and also the international community, that the Syrian people feel that haven't given enough support to Syria. Not meaning international intervention, but actually meaning more support in terms of actually spreading what's happening in Syria in a more widespread way.
Alexander Page, journalist, reporting with us there live on the line from Damascus, Syria. Large protests in the heart of the capital.